Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are bringing you a what I eat in a week, and this is obviously day one.
We're both very hungry now, so we're going to get straight on and do breakfast, and we've got some bits here.
We are going to be making scrambled tofu.
We're going to be combining two different types of tofu.
It kind of mimics the texture of eggs a little bit better than just using one or the other, because you've got nice silken tofu,
which gives that like runnier egg vibe.
Yes, and then the firm tofu is much better for the like egg bits within a scramble. So you want to crumble this so you get quite nice small bits. You don't want any really large bits because this won't break down that much in the cooking. Sometimes we make this with kalanamak or black rock salt, and it has this really sort of eggy sulphur taste to it. We don't have any in at the moment, but this would be like properly convincing if you did add some of that in as well.
For lunch we're going to be making an easy tray bake, and the tray bakes are just such good ways of using up veg, chucking everything into the oven and getting on with your day whilst it cooks. And we don't cook enough tray bakes. I think we kind of forget about them, but I was thinking about this one the other day that we made a few years ago now, and I was just really craving it this week. It's also pretty affordable as well. All of the things we managed to get from Aldi, so it's black beans, red cabbage and beetroot, so very affordable, budget friendly ingredients. And then we're making a nice dressing, kind of like cooking sauce that's all going to be cooked in, and then a nice satay sauce that's going to be drizzled on over the top. So this is something you could have on its own, or you could have it with a bit of rice, or you could have it in a wrap. Lots of different ways of having it, but I think today we're just going to have the tray bake as its own thing, and then later on in the week, because we're going to be making enough to have leftovers, which is another great thing about tray bakes, we'll probably have it in a different kind of way. So wait and see what we do with our tray bake maybe further down in the video. Cooked already, and so are the black beans, so it's basically just cooking the cabbage. Personally, we like our red cabbage to be a little bit charred, so we're going to be watching out for that and cooking it for as long as it needs to be cooked really, but around 25 minutes should be good. Whilst that's cooking, we're going to make the dressing, and we're going for a nice peanutty satay dressing. It's one of our faves. It's a great go-to staple dressing for any kind of Asian inspired dishes, so it's going to go really nicely with those miso flavours. We actually just followed our own recipe on our website, and the measurements were way off, so I don't know what went wrong there. Maybe some kind of typo. Apologies if you've ever tried to make this recipe before and it's failed at the satay sauce, but we have adjusted it now, so they're the right measurements. But some little internet gremlin I'm gonna blame for this one.
What do you think? Looks good?
Yeah.
I need to eat a few more calories than Freya does because I'm a hungry boy, which means that I made some rice. I made a little bit more rice than I was expecting, so I guess for lunch I'm also having a dinner-sized portion, so it's 2 dinners for me today.
I'm also having a tiny bit of rice because when I put it in the bowl, it didn't look like loads. I'm hungry. So that's what we've had, a little bit more than half. So we're leaving that to have later on in the week because we're going to have it in like a different kind of way. It's slightly more filling, so we won't need as much basically as for what we're doing it for. Is it as tasty as you remember it being?
For dinner tonight we are having a classic weeknight pasta dish. We are going to be having a ragu. This is going to be a lentil ragu, so we're kind of trying to stay away from fake meats, go more towards a whole food plant-based kind of thing. So we're doing a mix of green lentils and walnuts to make the sort of meaty element of this dish. But you'll see, let's just get into it. So I've got my garlic and onion, celery and carrot.
This is starting to smell really good. We've just added the wine and we're cooking that down now. And also, as we're cooking it, a lot of other kind of liquids are being released from the veggies and the lentils and things like that. So we're cooking all of that liquid off before we add in the next ingredients. This is one of my favourite kind of like comfort meals, a good old pasta, bolognese, ragu, that kind of thing. Inspired by those flavours, but obviously we're doing the vegan version and we're not doing it with vegan mince. So we've gone for the lentil and walnut combo.
We're gonna add in a little bit of this hickory liquid smoke. This is very much a very, very optional addition. It's just going to add a little bit of smokiness to our ragu. This is to try and like mimic some of those slightly meatier tastes, like pancetta or bacony kind of flavours. It's actually left over from Christmas. We got it as a backup for if we couldn't get smoked salmon, we were going to make carrot lox with this. But yeah, we've got it in, so we'll add a little splash in.
We don't want it to overpower it, just like a little tiny hint, just to add a bit of depth.
Just finished filming the short for this. Reminder, we are releasing shorts for every recipe that we are doing this week. This is a winter spice peanut butter on toast topped with apples, toasted pecans and some agave syrup. So let's just taste test. Give it a go.
Is it wintry and spicy?
Interesting. I didn't expect to get all of the spices coming through, but I could taste each one individually, which is it's like really, really tasty.
Good as a snack as well. We're having it for breakfast,
yeah.
But good as a snack.
Definite upgrade on just regular peanut butter toast.
So we're just going to have this with a little bit of rocket on the side. Might do a little drizzle of oil and squeeze a lemon, but keeping it very simple today. So we actually made enough cashew tofu ricotta and this beetroot squash for two, so we've got leftovers. We're only having it once this week, so I'm going to add some of the leftover ricotta onto the...
Just a little extra detail. Tonight for dinner we are having crispy tofu, which is an absolute classic for us. We usually have it in some sort of stir fry, like a peanut butter sauce satay kind of thing, but tonight we are making a really nice, sweet, sticky ginger tofu in a rice bowl.
lunch we're going to be making a warming soup. We're going to be doing a cauliflower soup, but we're adding in some cannellini beans for extra protein, and also it just makes things kind of nice and smooth and creamy because we're going to be blending it all together. We've already got our cauliflower florets steaming. We want them cooked before everything goes into the pan, and then we're going to fry down the garlic and onions and leeks and all the lovely herbs and things like that and mix it all together. So hopefully it'll be a very quick thing to make because I'm getting hungry, and it's going to make lots of leftovers too, so we can have it again later in the week. Wasn't too hard to make, so it's all finished now, it's all blended up, and we've just done a few little simple toppings. We've done a little drizzle of vegan cream, some olive oil, some fresh herbs, and then we had some almonds, so I'm just going to have it as it is. That's very good. Warming and hearty, but also fresh as well because of the herbs and the lemon. It doesn't feel too heavy.
For dinner tonight I am going to be just heating up some of the ragu that we made the other evening. But instead of doing that with linguine, we are going to have that with gnocchi tonight, just to switch things up a little bit. Straight into this tin. There we go. The cheese didn't melt exactly like I was hoping, but I'm sure it will still be delicious.
You can taste everything. You can taste the cinnamon and the chocolate and the maple, and then when you bite into the pear, it's like just the right amount of cooked. Like it's soft but still like a tiny bit of a bite to it. It was like having a pudding.
For lunch today I've taken the beetroot cabbage miso tray bake and I've turned it into some wraps. I put down some creme fraiche to start, then a bit of spring onion on the top. We used the Oatly creme fraiche. And then we've got this as well, which is tahine, which is a spicy limey seasoning. And yeah, it looks really nice.
For dinner tonight we are making one of our favourite cosy winter meals. We are having a pie, and our pie filling is going to be a vegan chicken, leek and mushroom pie.
We had those really nice vegan chicken and leek mushroom pies the other night, and when we made them we made double the filling so we could have pies again as leftovers. But we're going to do a little twist, and this is totally optional. You could just do it the regular way that the recipe says, but what we're going to do is keep things interesting and make dauphinoise potatoes to go as the pie top instead of the puff pastry. So essentially all that is chopping up some potatoes really nice and thin and simmering that in some vegan cream and garlic to give it a nice taste. And then layering that on top of the pie instead of the pie topping, along with some vegan cheese, popping that in the oven to cook up real nice.
It looks really good. Oh, look at that. I mean, the potato's the star of the show. It's the same pie
You've
filling as
seen
before.
the pie filling, but
That potato looks
the
so
layers.
good.
It does, doesn't it?